And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
It's the Rewind. Welcome to the show. It's that weekly show. Myself and RN, we hop on here for about an hour and we talk about the latest things happening in and outside the wrestling ring. I'm your host, Kyle Tyson.
And I am the guts and glory of the Smacked Raw podcast. RN, hashtag, I'm here.
Yeah, hashtag I'm here, right? Damn, dude. How you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
Good. Just working. Football's over. We won the Super Bowl, so that's good.
Hell yeah, man. I'm happy for you guys.
They tried to con me into coaching basketball, but I was like, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah?
I'm short.
You need an off season, right?
Yeah, and I'm short, fat, short arms. Basketball is never my sport.
At least someone can look at you and you can be like, nah, man. And people will be like, all right, that's good. And there's like no disappointment there. Right. I walked around like a foot taller than all my classmates. So, of course, I got asked if I played basketball every other day. And I sucked at basketball. I had like a decent layup. Like, that was it. Like, I had a reliable layup. Outside of that, I was god-awful, dude.
I played like in middle school, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I suck. So I'm done.
Hey, you guys, we're live tonight on twitch.tv/SmackedRaw. And I've got my cameo coming in right now. What's up, buddy?
Get it in.
Go play. He is exhausted. All right.
I was about to say, he looked like he was about to collapse.
Hey, you gotta shut my door.
No, you said I can. I thought you.
All right, we're getting a sibling dispute like right now on air. This is not good.
I thought I was going to play until Mama got here.
I think how's DJ here if Mama's not here? How is you need to go. Love you.
Oh, I wanted to see Walker and TR go at it.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah,
especially with their gis on.
This is the shit that happens when we're live, man. As I was saying, we're on twitch.tv/SmackedRaw. We usually shoot this show. I think we just officially say that we're going to be shooting our show Mondays at 7. 7:30ish. It's a lot easier than Sundays. Sundays if it facilitates it. But Monday evenings is better until I start doing like company again. I don't flipping know. It's Sundays or Mondays, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Sundays, like I'll be down, and then like as soon as it gets like 7, 8 o'clock, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired.
Yeah, and then other days we gotta do them Sundays. So I don't know, dude. This is like the least committed me and Aaron. It's either Sunday or Monday. Okay, right. Folks, it's one of the 2 days. All right, just keep your notifications on.
I actually don't mind Monday, right before Raw.
I don't mind it too, but sometimes we do have company. You know, if we have company, it's Monday evening. You know, like that's like company night.
So let's just, like we said, Sunday or Monday, you get it when you get it.
Yeah, Allison's saying, does that mean we can move to Sundays? No, Allison. We need both windows. All right, we need both windows. I don't know.
Actually, I wouldn't mind us going to Thursdays.
No, stop. We're not doing this.
I'm just giving you shit. Thursday sucked. Man. We tried. I think I was on a Thursday show. No, I was on a Wednesday show.
No, dude. Look, since obviously our live schedule fluctuates, if you ever miss the show, which can happen,
yes,
you can catch the replay on youtube.com/SmackedRaw podcast, and then of course the audio version of the show is found everywhere. RN, oh god, see, I'm not ready. I always forget. We got to do this. So the audio version is found everywhere, but we like to encourage our listeners to head on over to listen to us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. Granted, we're happy you listen to us anywhere. But if you happen to be using Apple Podcasts or iTunes, which actually makes up for about almost like between like 40 and 60% of our monthly views, go ahead and drop us a 5-star rating. Give us a review. It really helps out the show. We've noticed that our show has grown a ton since Ted from the Heel Truth podcast told us about it. And ever since then, more and more of you guys have been listening to us. So we're really thankful for that. So head on over there, give us a 5-star review. We'll read off some of our 5-star reviews every show. And that's actually what I'm going to pull up right now. I just, dude, I am so not prepared. I went skateboarding today, and like I'm just so happy I didn't die. But you didn't know that about me, Aaron. I used to skate quite a bit, man.
Once I saw the pictures with the Jinkos on or Junkos, whatever the fuck that was, I pretty much
I never owned
knew you.
Jinkos. What are you talking about?
That profile pic you had to have those on in that profile pic.
Which
when
profile?
You were like
Wait,
you were like 16.
Okay, maybe I owned Jinkos back then.
That you'd have those.
If
were
there was
definitely
ever
Jinkos.
age I owned Jinkos, it was when I was 16.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's read off. Hitman Holly says, "What a crew! What a show! These guys are fun to chat with and listen to." Yes, sir. Havoc 50, Smack Raw, great cast of guys, fun and entertaining shows, lots of content. Yeah, dude. I mean, we put out like at least 3 podcasts a week because if you're not familiar with Smack Raw, it's actually a network and not our singular show. Me and RN host the
Right.
Rewind. Will and Alison do bot spots and chair shots, which is a fantastic listen. And then of course Ted does the Heel Truth podcast. He's our favorite heel, which is silly considering he's like the
Right.
nicest out of this entire group of assholes. He's like the nicest of all of us, and
By far.
he's the self-proclaimed heel of the show.
No, he's the WWE heel.
Yeah. William N. Woods just gave a 5-star review. Unpopular opinions need to be a regular thing. First time hearing Ted, so went and downloaded his show. He knows his stuff. Yes, he does. Speaking of unpopular wrestling opinions, I need to get off my ass and book the next episode.
I'm there if you need me.
Yeah, dude. Matt Ritter from the Smackin' It Raw podcast, he recommended a lot of cool people to invite on the show. Yeah, so I'm going to definitely tap into that. I already have a couple tweets put aside. Listen to this one tweet. Let's see. I literally saved it to my desktop. Let me see if I can pull up this damn thing. If I remember correctly, it was a spicy one.
I think you should save it for the show.
It might be dated. Who knows? Dude, reading it now, by the time I get to the show, no one's going to even remember. Let's see. Oh, so I guess this is in reference to Dana Brooke losing the 24/7 title. It says, last night what happened to hashtag Dana Brooke was a clear message to hashtag Sasha Banks. Basically, hashtag Triple H saying, quote, if you decide to return and try to make everything all about you, it will not be tolerated, unquote. Hashtag WWE.
Hashtag burn that shit to the ground.
Oh my God. You guys, we're going to talk this week a lot about the Austin Theory cash-in that took place last week on Raw. We're probably going to get a follow-up here in a couple minutes because right now it is 7:54 Eastern time. So Raw is about to be on. So by the time you're listening to this, there's probably been some sort of follow-up. But we're going to talk about that Austin Theory cash-in. We're going to debate whether or not it's like the worst cash-in of all time. Just kind of all aspects about it. And then kind of whatever comes to mind between me and RN about some other pro wrestling stuff. Not to mention, we've got Will, Allison, Noob in the chat. Matt Ritter might be around if they throw out any topics or something. We can discuss that.
What's good, squad?
Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? Really quick, RN. NWA is MAGA. Did you see this? Brodus Clay apparently won the NWA world title. I've never seen NWA on Twitter as much as I have in the last 48 hours.
I've seen this stuff, but I haven't really paid attention to what exactly happened.
So apparently Brodus Clay is not the most popular person because he's a regular on Fox and
Yeah.
Friends. So I guess he's a conservative. I don't personally know his political affiliation, but I mean, I think it's a safe assumption. He's on Fox and Friends, and that kind of makes him a little unpopular on the internet. And I ain't trying to downplay anybody's dislike for the man. I personally don't know much about him. I didn't do the research. I know him as the Funkasaurus. Okay. But apparently, not only is he unlikable in his political views, apparently he's just not that good of a wrestler. And he was in a triple threat match at Hard Times, NWA's pay-per-view, the one that famously Nick Aldis was suspended before, and he took part in a triple threat. I think Matt Cardona was one of the other guys. I don't recall who the other one was, and I'm sure somebody in the chat will update me on the match. But anyways, Brodus Clay seemed like the least likely person to win because A, his popularity, B, his wrestling ability, and then C, dude looks like he did not. Look, I'm the last person to criticize anybody's health habits, but this dude doesn't look like he's worked out. Personally speaking, in like the last 6 years, I hate to say it, I ain't trying to body shame nobody, but it wasn't really a good look. He didn't really look like he looked like a champ holding that belt. However, with that all being said, once again, I haven't seen people really talk about NWA as much. So, RN, how's this striking you, man? Is this just a terrible move by Billy Corgan, or in some way is poking the ant's nest of like the IWC, the intention of Corgan?
It was definitely the intention because Corbin is old school promoter, and like that's how he's always operated.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, I mean, it worked. So there's that.
Yeah.
And like controversy, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So he knew what he was doing. I think he anticipated this, and I think he just went for it, and it worked. I mean, because I don't watch NWA. I never watched it, if I'm being 100% honest. I'd go back and watch a match if somebody said that it was a good match or said that something dope happened. But for the most part, I don't know where the hell it's at. And never watched I think I've watched maybe 3 episodes on YouTube before, but this made me go back and look and see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I want to sit here and play. I like to play. Alison says, "Do you even know who's on NWA's roster?" Alison, no. I mean, if you've watched the show, me and RN are more particular to WWE and AEW, and I think Impact is a close third.
Yeah, Impact's definitely a close third for me.
Yeah, NWA has been off my radar. About as big as NXT UK was. Like it's just like, look, there's too much wrestling, and you are like you're like 3 wrestling promotions down the pecking order from the closest show that I don't even watch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so NWA's been an afterthought. I know of Nick Aldis. I know that obviously AEW's technically current reigning champion Thunder Rosa was a very notable NWA women's champion.
And Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks. Oh, see, I'm learning that right now on the air. I wasn't even aware.
Yep.
So yeah, man. Like I said, it got my attention. I don't, like I said, I don't really do the internet outrage. I understand why it does upset people. You know what I mean? And it has got my interest. Now, the real question is, with all of this buzz, am I, Kyle Tyson, one half of the Rewind, gonna tune into the next episode of NWA?
No.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm not either. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I tried it. I tried watching it. Like, you know me. Like I'm the old school guy. Like, not old school, but like I'm more into like the older style and like actual wrestling. Like, I tried and like it's just not for me. Like, I love some of the guys and girls on there.
Yeah.
Ricky Stark being one of them, and I love Nick Aldis too. But it's like you said, it's just too much. Like, I'm trying to watch. I was trying to watch NXT UK and Impact and everything, then trying to find a way to slide in. Like, I just never got into it. Like I said, I can honestly say too, I probably never gave it a fair shake, but it was so much other stuff happening, other wrestling to watch, that it kind of just fell by the wayside.
Yeah. I will say, I remember hearing that, like, what was their weekly show? NWA Power, right? Power.
Yeah.
I remember that was picking up steam before the pandemic. I remember that was like one of the, like, I mean, there was a lot of terrible things about the pandemic, but like in the from wrestling's sake, that was one of the shitty things, was that show had to shut down. I remember that. And then I remember, Jim Cornette got himself, he was a commentator on NWA, and then he essentially got canceled for making some pretty blatantly like racist commentary, like jokes
Yeah, he said I forgot what it was exactly, but yeah, it was
I
pretty. It was borderline.
I remember it word for word.
Okay.
I ain't gonna repeat it. Okay.
Go ahead, say it, Kyle. Go ahead, say it. Let's repeat it, Kyle.
You watched the latest episode of Saturday Night Live, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious, dude. Dave Chappelle.
That shit was fucking fire. The best part about that is, like, I got to get back to Flea Bottom so I can check on my holes. Oh, that shit was fire, bro.
Well, anyways, yeah, man, NWA. I'll continue to peek in on social media and check out the clips, but I'm not really rushing.
Like I try and watch a pay per view every now and then, like if it's a big enough match, like
yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I thought I wanted to go back, but then when I saw Trevor Murdoch won the title and shit, I was like, yeah, that's probably a step too far for me.
Hey, but here's a good segue. If you are interested in NWA and you want to listen to some more experienced voices on the product, definitely give a listen to our sister show, Bot Spots and Chair Shots, which is live every Thursday night. Will and Alison stay 100% up to date with NWA, and they are super qualified to give commentary on it. Not to mention
Patreon idea. If you guys want to pay us to go watch a NWA pay-per-view and have me and Kyle either do a watch along or do commentate ourselves as we're watching, like giving our views, let us know. We will definitely make that happen.
Dude, I'll watch it. I'll give commentary on it. Why not? We'll do a live watch along and react to NWA.
Are you looking at Seth Rollins' suit right now? He looks like one of those bubblegum popsicles.
No, I keep Raw turned off, and then I start watching it at like 10 o'clock because I have it DVR'd, and I can fast forward through the commercials.
He's successfully turned into fucking I don't even know, man.
You say he's a piece of bubblegum right now?
Yeah, he literally looks like one of those, it's like blue, pink, and like bubblegum flavor, like popsicles that are like kind of like tie-dye looking.
Blow pops?
No, like actual popsicle. It's like cotton candy
popsicle.
bubble.
Oh, yeah. Bubblegum flavor.
That's that's what his suit is.
Ah, sick, dude. Seth Rollins is fucking fantastic. I love that he reigns Becky Lynch's closet.
My God. He looks like he's pretty much turned into Elton John. Like literally.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No,
Elton John's
that's what I'm saying. Hell
dresser,
no.
man. Elton John.
Yeah.
Dude, Elton John's style just gets better with age. You know that? Like looking back at his outfits as time goes on, it ages so good. Noob says
my mom used to listen to him, like, and I didn't know, like, clearly I didn't know about like being gay or whatever that.
Yeah.
So I always just thought he just dressed like a superhero. Like that's what I used to say to my mom. Like he looks like he's in a comic book hero. Like that's what I used to always say. She's like, yeah, babe, that's what he's dressing like.
Dude, that flamboyant fucking dude. I love it, man. I look back at that shit. Like I would have been insecure to admit I liked that when I was younger. Now I'm like, dude, Elton John was the fucking man. Fucking
oh yeah, he's
Elton
fucking
John.
raw.
Dude, he's so
like
good.
my mom was like into like Die Hard. Like I know way too many of his songs for real.
Noob says, I like the NWA when Aldis and Rosa were there. Then COVID hit, and then NWA hired some new talent to make it interesting, but they lost momentum. Alison said, well, Will is qualified, I pretend. Yeah. Will's actually, believe it or not, folks, I think by definition, Will is a journalist.
Yeah.
So we actually have a professional journalist here on Smack Right, guys.
I'll be honest, I probably watch MLW more than I've ever watched Power. Like I've seen
I've never watched a full episode of Power. I've seen clips.
Right.
Yeah. Noob also says, I did enjoy the Natalia Markova. Dude, by the way, Noob is a wonderful friend of the show. He is a friend of many podcasts on Twitter. He is also the world's biggest Natalia Markova fan. I swear to God, this dude simps for Natalia day in and day out.
What's that? Make sure you say the last name because I was about to kick him out the stream if it was because you keep saying Natalia. You know how.
Yeah. Ms. Markova, she needs to give him a follow. If she does, she probably already does.
Well, we need to get Noob's ass on here. I mean, we normally get our super supporters on the show and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So.
He says on NWA, she cut some fire promos and then put on some awesome matches. She should be signed to WWE. She looks like a WWE chick. Will says, I just looked up what Cornette said in 2018, and what the fuck? Yeah, it's bad, folks. It's real fucking bad. It's bad for...
Yeah, it was bad.
It's bad for the 80s. It's really bad for the 2020s. Good God. It's so insensitive. Oh, man. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Let's talk about Austin Theory. Failed to cash in last Monday. I failed to cash in. He attempted to cash in his Money in the Bank on Seth Rollins for the U.S. title. This is the first time that a cash-in attempt has been on anything other than the world title. And also he was unsuccessful, so he joins the prestigious group of Baron Corbin, John Cena, who else?
I think that's it, ain't it?
No, it's Baron Corbin, John Cena, and I want to say like Mizdow. Damian Sandow, I think, was a failed cash-in as well.
I can't remember. I'm not going to lie to you.
Either way, he is, I think, only the fourth person to fail to cash in.
And it was some bullshit.
Yeah, man. What do you feel about this? How you feel?
I fucking hate it. Like, but I understand. Like, I'm firmly behind Triple H and his decisions, but I think this was a burn down on everything to kind of get the Vince stink off of him, because that's what most people complain about him winning anyway.
Oh yeah, so it is worth noting that in the last, I think, 30 minutes of Raw, Triple H not only killed the Money in the Bank with Austin Theory, but that's also when he killed the 24/7 title. So the joke is Triple H just went out there and killed the last remnants of Vince McMahon last Monday, which is actually pretty hilarious.
And I love Theory so much. That's the only reason why I'm mad. But anything Daddy Triple H says, I'm gonna have to just roll with it. But I feel like they're wasting Austin anyway. Like, we don't, these lame ass promos they're giving him, like, he can scorch earth some people. Like, he's just as good. Maybe not now, because MJF is on like a whole nother fucking level, but like, go back. People need to go back and watch some of his stuff and evolve. Like, he's ridiculous on the mic, and we have yet to see that yet, because I don't think they trust him. And hopefully this can be like, hopefully we don't see him tonight and this really is like a burn down of the whole gimmick and everything, come back something different. Like, I wouldn't mind him coming back as Seth Rollins' disciple again, you know what I'm saying? Like, or bodyguard or something, or minion, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down for all of that, because I think that would have been a great way for us to finally start to see his moves on the mic, how he can work on the mic too, bouncing off of Seth. So, but we never got to see it because of that situation he got put in and got fired or suspended, whatever. But
he just got taken off television for a minute.
Right.
Let's just put it
I
there.
love Austin Theory. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I hope this doesn't end up being something bad for him. But like, I always just looked at it as, we're trying to get like you said, the last little bits and pieces of Vince the fuck out of here.
So my issue, my issue isn't so much that the briefcase was taken off of him. It is for one, it is strikingly odd of all the titles to do it on, the U.S. title. I think that makes Austin Theory just look like a chump character wise. Like, and then also, Seth attempted twice to do an open challenge. Like, that's from a story standpoint, just looking at it, like, without, like, just in the moment, the decision Austin Theory's character made, like, was fucking stupid. Like, so stupid. You had a guy who literally tried to do the open challenge twice that night. You telling me Austin Theory couldn't come out and just answer the open challenge for the belt? You know,
I didn't. Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention. I was like cooking and cleaning, like, as everything was going on, kind of. So I was like in and out. I thought that's just what he did. I didn't know he fucking gave up, used the Money in the Bank thing till after. I was like, what?
Yeah. So it was, Seth came out early in the evening to do the open challenge, and I think it was like fucking Hot Topic Bullet Club was out there along with the OC and AJ. They started brawling, so Seth walked to the back.
Walked out. I seen him creep out.
Yeah, and then he came back out, did another open challenge. Ali was about to answer it, but he got murked by Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley is the one who came out and answered the challenge. So in either of those points, Austin Theory technically could have came out and answered and gone after the belt. Instead, he didn't. And then he decided to wait till Seth was hurt, which is okay, cool. That's something that, you know, you do when you have Money in the Bank. You wait till the guy is beat up to cash it in. But if you're gonna wait till someone's beat up to cash in, why not do it on Roman Reigns on his next title match. You know what I mean? Like, I get like being apprehensive to cash in on a weekly show because Roman's never there, you know, so.
Right.
But if your whole game plan is to wait till a guy is beat up, Roman has to defend his belt. So it made Austin Theory's character look like so dumb. But it is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? We're in for the long game, and it probably is better because now Austin Theory is free to feud with non-world title holders and probably flex his talent more because he can have better feuds. We're not pigeonholing him into Roman, who's honestly like booked probably past Mania.
Right.
So,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They're making Ali look like a piece of shit right now too. Like,
dude, Ali's going nowhere. Like that.
I don't know what happened with him. Like, I was so like the Miz promo backstage where he's literally just looking at Miz's balls. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is some bench shit, man. Well, he just jumped on Bobby Lashley's back like a spider monkey and got flung twice. So,
oh yeah, dude. This sucks because where's your outrage level with Ali mistreatment?
not really that high. I mean, like at this point, it's like I don't really have outrage for anything in WWE because it's like I think they're still a learning curve for it as Triple H kind of sees who he's got and who he's using and who he wants to grab. So I'm kind of giving him a pass. And even with AEW, like I'm not mad at AEW with all the stuff they're doing either. Like I'm mad about the only thing I can't stand about them is the fucking heel turns for no reason. But even
You're
with
still
them,
upset about Joe, ain't you?
yeah, I don't even like Wardlow like that, honestly. But like I thought that they made a dope tag team, and you got 4,000 fucking belts, so you can kind of keep the belts out of the picture if they stay as a tag team. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I mean, they were like if you got the name pushed together or Titantron or anything like that, that's a fucking tag team to me. They were tag team for a week and a half.
Y2AJ and they broke up after a week. So I mean, what's
exactly? I was mad about that too. Like,
they literally had T-shirts too. By the way, I wonder if you could find a Y2AJ T-shirt online, like on eBay. You think you can find that shirt?
Oh yeah, I guarantee you probably could somewhere.
I bet you can find knockoffs for it. Y2AJ WWE shirt. Let me find that shit. There it is. What about shopping wise though? Okay, so I mean I see pictures. Authentic WWE Wrestling Y2J. Oh man, no, not Y2AJ though. No, can't find shit shopping. No, man. Would you want a Y2AJ shirt? Such an obscure.
Yeah,
you would. You'd want it just like as. You'd have to
just as a have
every time. Be like, look.
No, we don't. Who the hell? No one asks about wrestling shirts.
That's true. No, you're not. Yeah.
I wear wrestling shirts all the time, and none of my friends know what the fuck it is, unless if it's like an NWO shirt or Roman Reigns. Like for the most part, they never know 90% of my shirts are wrestling shirts.
Oh, I just crashed Chrome. I hope
like, they know this one because of old school rock and shit. Nation of Domination.
They're promoting that episode on Young Rock.
Yeah.
When he joined.
Well, this is actually another podcast. It's Black Wrestling Podcast. This is like some of their merch.
I got you. Hey, I have to. Chrome just crashed. Hopefully, the stream does not just close on us. I don't know what's happening right now. My computer's letting me down.
It's been Chrome. Chrome's been acting ass the last couple of days. Like even on my work computer, like Chrome crashed on me like 2 or 3 times a day.
All right, cool. We're good though. We're good. It's off. It says code breaking and risk taking Y2AJ shirt.
That's actually kind of dope.
It's not that bad.
Code breaking and risk taking. That's fire.
Yeah.
Bring that shit on.
Damn it! It broke up too early, RN.
What'd you say? I'm gonna drop my earbuds.
They broke up too early, man.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely. That would have been a dope tag team.
They just had started getting their momentum that whole week that they were together.
That would have been fire. Like you just imagine the fucking code breaker into the Styles Clash or the forearm into the walls of Jericho. Like there were so many fucking different things that probably would have been dope if they had got that off. It's kind of like him and Lance Storm back in the day, Thrill Seeker-ish.
Yeah, I was watching Royal Rumble 2001, and not AJ, Jesus Christ, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit had a fucking banger of a ladder match on that card.
Mm-hmm.
But the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, you said you were upset about Wardlow, and that's the only thing that's upsetting you right now is Wardlow and getting.
I mean, like I said, it's not so much that it's Wardlow. It's just so much that it's just.
Heel? Do you think he's heel, or is he just?
And
like,
that's
I'll
the thing.
fucking
Like you
smash
never.
everybody. Like I ain't got no allies.
I don't know. Like I said, it's. I don't know. They're just as bad as what heel and faces as WWE is. Like theirs is just random. You never know who's a tweener and who's a baby, who's a heel. And in WWE, the heels do baby face shit, and the faces do heel shit. So it's just like it's all mixed up. Like I honestly don't even look and see if a motherfucker's heel or face, and I just take it for what I like from him and keep it moving.
Who do you want to see with that TNT title out of that 3-way?
Probably Hobbs, honestly,
Hobbs,
just to
right?
see. Yeah,
Dude, Hobbs looks
I like him.
$1,000,000, dude. His look is so
Yeah.
clean. That guy looks like.
And I believe him as a monster and as a big dude, even though he's really one of those ones that isn't that big either. But like I believe in him. Like,
Dude, he looks strong as fuck.
yeah, he looks like a powerhouse.
Yeah, yeah. All right, fucking corny as shit.
And I like he just comes out with the fucking chain and the flame shit and everything like that. Like it's just like real shit. Like I'm out here to fuck some shit up. Let's see what happens.
Me, his grill. He looks intimidating as fuck.
I wouldn't mind him getting into a stable with Swerve and all them and being like their muscle or something, being like Swerve's muscle.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I think that's been his issue though, is he's always been part of a group, and the group's focus has always been like somebody else has been the main guy.
Right.
You know, Team Taz, the main guy was mainly who was the main guy? It was
Brian Cage for a while.
Brian Cage, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then after that, it was Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I wouldn't mind him being with Stokely, like, because I hate the fucking firm, and
dude,
it's not because you think.
Oh my god, dude! Listen. AEW was able to admit that Brandy's faction, whatever was going on, the Nightmare Collective or whatever.
Right.
They abandoned that. Like they admitted it was ass, and they abandoned it. Dude, you can do the same with the firm. Like
And honestly, I don't mind the firm. Like I don't mind what they stand on and what they're looking for, but Ethan Page doesn't need a manager.
Bro. They scream dark though. Like
not saying
Ethan Page and like Morrissey scream dark, but just like as a
no,
group,
I mean like
as a group,
yeah, they're basic as fuck. And like I said, Ethan Page doesn't need a mouthpiece. Like if anything, like I wouldn't mind if it was Morrissey and even Morrissey doesn't really need a fucking mouthpiece. Really, none of them, nobody in this group really does, because even the Ass Boys are decent on the mic. Like I wish they had picked some people that actually needed Stokely. Like I wouldn't mind him being with Powerhouse. Yeah. And even the Ass Boys to a certain extent, like if we change them up a little bit, but like,
nah, dude,
I don't know, like nothing about that shit.
Ass Boys can work out their contract and go somewhere else, man. They haven't been doing it for me. I don't think they're terrible, but they don't stand out. You know what I mean?
I think they need a mouthpiece. That's what I'm saying. They need a mouthpiece like Stokely, like if he could focus basically on them.
I don't know. I think they just need to age a little bit, get a little bit grizzled. I don't know. Like
and that's what I'm saying. Even the shit looks like Shawn Michaels, their gear and shit and everything, like nothing like, they just don't.
They're trying. I mean, I'll give them A for effort, dude. Like they have.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
They are trying. Like the people around them, they are trying to push those kids and everything. But God, they just don't do it, man. At least not for me. Not for me, at least.
No,
okay?
I completely understand. Like I said, I love Ethan Page. Ethan Page is probably in my top 10 wrestling. Like especially when him and Josh were the North. Like I fuck with them heavy, and like he doesn't need Stokely like anyway. Like he may be like, I don't think there's anybody as good as him on the mic besides MJF, honestly. And I even think that he could go toe to toe with MJF and like it wouldn't miss a beat. It'd be better than him and fucking Punk was, if I'm being 100% honest. Yeah. But like, so what does he need the best heel manager outside of Paul Heyman? Why do they need to be together? Like I just didn't get it. Like I know it's a callback kind of to the Evolve stuff or whatever, but it was like unnecessary. Like,
oh, okay. I wasn't aware of any of that.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate to say it, but I really want to see Enzo and Cass back together.
Absolutely. Like, they should have never done. They should have never got fired really from fucking WWE.
Do you think? I wonder why we haven't gotten that. Will saying, yeah, Ethan Page wrestled himself. Yeah, we covered that, Will. Yeah, we talked about the karate guy. That shit
I
was
love Ethan
comical
Page.
as
He is
fuck.
literally top 5 for me. Like I fucking love him. I always have. As soon as I seen him body bag, fucking what's his name, Darby and Evolve,
Yeah.
I was like, this fucking dude is crazy. Like and just how he like I genuinely love Ethan Page. And he was using
He's mean,
the
bro.
cradle power driver. Yeah, he is
He's mean,
fucking
dude.
evil.
He's a mean boy.
He is evil, and he's big as shit. You don't really get it how big he really is, especially in pro wrestling today. Like he's probably top 5, one of the biggest dudes on the fucking roster.
Yeah.
Like legit.
Oh, Will. No, I was Will saying he's saying sorry that he. No. We talked about him wrestling himself on green screen on a previous show. Not tonight.
not this.
Yeah, not tonight. But dude, yeah, he's mean as fuck, dude. Like,
Oh,
and he's
fucking
so
me
good
and
on the
him.
mic. Like that's the thing that strikes me. Like I'm being introduced to him through AEW.
Right.
And then the highlights that they show of him and Darby in the past and stuff. Where like,
Just
he's
go to
fucked
Evolve.
Darby
Look up
man.
like he has a couple like mini docs from Evolve. Like
Yeah.
some of this shit will give you chills. Like he's not fucking. And the worst part is too, for as evil as he is outside the ring, he's literally one of the nicest, like nerdiest fucking dudes you ever meet in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like married, longtime girlfriend and everything, and they've been together forever. He collects action figures and shit. Like he's literally like.
I've seen bits
I
of
love
his
him.
vlogs. I've seen bits of his YouTube
Right.
vlogs.
I love him on in and out the ring. Like he's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, because you had the being the elite, and then so they really tried to push expose AEW tried to really expose Sammy's vlog, and then Ethan Page's one. Famously, Ethan Page had that clip that went viral. Of before Danhausen was in AEW, Danhausen pointing towards like a green screen door, calling it the Forbidden Door, and there was a whole bunch of like weird, funky shit coming through.
Right.
It was hilarious. It was really funny. It was like Ethan Page was all weirded the fuck out. But yeah, man.
What else was it? Trying to think of anything else. I don't really know. Like I said, AEW's been all right. I don't think anybody's been hitting anything out of the park. Like I think it's all been maybe a little bit more than mid,
Yeah,
but which is good. Like I'm okay with that, as long as we don't have any super dips.
Being consistently like above, like you don't have to like AEW early on. You know, like 2019 through 2021, they set their bar like super high.
Right.
So nowadays, when they have these missteps and stuff, they do get a little bit more heavily criticized, especially for like, you know, because there are people that are like anti-company. You know what I mean? They'll throw that extra shade for you know, just like essentially no reason. But I mean, they're fine, man. They're fine. They consistently pull around those million viewers, and the Warner Media's come out and said they're super satisfied with that.
Mm-hmm.
Their fan base is good. They're building their momentum.
I'll be honest with you. I think Rampage has been a better show than Dynamite probably the
Get
past
fuck
month.
out. Get out of here, man.
Just
They've
not like
had two
overall.
decent episodes.
No,
but
not like the whole episode. I mean, just like the wrestling itself and the matches. Like I feel like
that's the appeal of Rampage.
Yeah. I feel like they have better matches by far. Like and I don't know. Like I'm just not as invested in AEW like as I used to be. Like, and I don't know if it's because we don't really see the champs that much, and like the long pay-per-view turnover time is kind of getting to me too, which I like it at the same time, but I don't think they do enough with it as far as like building feuds towards the pay-per-view. They always wait till 2 weeks before the fucking pay-per-view and try to cram a whole feud in right before the pay-per-view. And
I
I'm
think
like,
I think that's their biggest criticism for this
Yeah.
upcoming pay-per-view is like the card looks fantastic, but there's been like next to no build. I'm sure the show will be great. Like I have no doubt in my mind that they'll come and deliver, but you know, paying off long stories is also an appeal of a pay-per-view, and we'll probably miss out on a lot of that this go around.
well, yeah, and you know that's my thing too. Those are my two biggest complaints with them is that no real build up until like a week or two before the pay-per-view, and then there's never any real blow off. Like the next night on Rampage, you'll see the same damn people fighting each other again, like a pay-per-view didn't just happen. Like unless it's like blood and guts or like the stadium, like there's no real actual like blow off on feuds anymore with them. Like it always just seems like shit just keeps going for 9 months until they just give up on it.
Well, let's see here. So far what's listed, according to Wikipedia, so far what's listed is Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, in the steel cage match. That should be a blow off. That'll be a blow off. The feud's been going way too long.
That's a 6-month feud.
Yeah, it has been going way too long. But first match, first blow off. We're okay there. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal taking on Sting and Darby. Dude, how you feeling about Jeff, by the way? How you feeling about Double J?
I love Jeff Jarrett. I
For
always
real?
have. Like, I don't get the slap nut shit, the fucking the achy breaky heart, fucking blonde hair.
I love slap nuts. I love that insult.
I have always loved Jeff Jarrett. I don't know why. Like, even NWA champion Jeff Jarrett, you know what I'm saying? Long blonde hair, fucking Targaryen, fucking Jeff Jarrett. Like, I don't know why. I've just always loved Jeff Jarrett.
You
Like,
see
I
him
just
chase that stagehand and not catch him.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that promo
That was so
wasn't
awkward.
that bad.
He was
That promo was kind of weird, but not bad at the same time. Like, I kind of digged him being the like man in black cowboy with the black leather gloves and
It
shit and
actually
everything
does
holding
look
it.
kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
bro,
usually repulsed by Jarrett, and I'm like, all right, this is pretty.
I was scared to post that hot opinion because I figured it might be a UW if I posted it. I thought that shit
It
looked
probably
fire.
will land you on there. I don't give a shit.
Fuck it. I thought that shit looked fire with the black trench coat and the black gloves holding the fucking guitar. I'm like, please tell me he's gonna bust somebody in the head with this motherfucker.
Oh man,
I love Jeff Jarrett. I always have. I don't like, maybe not so much TNA. Jeff Jarrett was a little much sometimes, but as soon as he cut the hair and went to WCW, like just blaming people. Like I love Jeff Jarrett. I got a Slapnut shirt in there somewhere cut off.
there you go. Maybe we'll wear it on an upcoming show if we find it. Yeah, that's gonna set something up. Probably gonna get Jarrett and Sting again. Like, these guys are doomed to like fight until they're 70.
I don't care as long as they're fighting each other, not wasting a win or on Sting on one of a younger talent. I don't give a shit. I know I'm the hate the old guys coming back shit, but y'all, that's because you guys don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying I hate the old guys coming back and we sacrifice an upcoming star or a new guy. If they come back and beat the shit out of each other, I'm okay with a fucking with an old folks home match or a Kane on a Walker on a pole match. Like, I'm okay with that if they're beating each other up.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
God,
Saraya.
Mia Yim is so fucking mid. God.
You think she's mid?
Oh, she's about as mid as it gets, man.
Saraya and Britt Baker. So what did you think of this promo on Dynamite where Saraya comes out? She cuts this emotional promo. Dude, when she said that she is medically cleared, and then I saw her start to break down. I'm not gonna lie, I got goosebumps. I started to get sucked into the emotion because I went from this is a pro wrestling promo to this is a legitimate big thing that this woman, like, she just got like a huge weight off of her shoulders, being able to finally say she's cleared to wrestle. So I'm like sucked into this and I'm feeling for her. And then Britt Baker comes out and says that, essentially Paige left her home to try to take over the house that Britt Baker built, brick by brick. And then the fans didn't know who to cheer for because everything Britt Baker said was
facts.
True, was absolute facts. And I think that may have not been the intention.
Hell no, that wasn't the intention.
Because Paige, I'm sorry, Saraya is just hard for me to say. I'm just going to stick with Paige until I get more comfortable. Paige looked shook. She looked shook when the crowd was cheering for Britt Baker, and so she had to double down and say that Britt didn't have what it takes and hasn't gone through what Paige has gone through, which is pretty untrue actually, because Britt carried the women's division for over a year and had this insane blood feud with Thunder Rosa, and so like you almost have babyface versus babyface, even though technically Britt Baker's a heel. Everything she said is true about the home turf. Is the problem AEW is home turf for Britt.
This is the problem with AEW and Tony overthinking everything and sometimes underthinking. Like, we all know as watchers and fans, Britt Baker gets cheered a lot of fucking places she's not supposed to.
Well, not only that, but expecting it's that tone deaf, here's my new WWE toy, coming in and claiming this is her home, which is Britt just Baker not a real good moniker when you have Britt, who's been here since day one.
And for a woman that
expecting-
hasn't wrestled in fucking 5-6 years.
Yeah, like you could have Paige still be babyface, but
Right.
the context of this promo, is like, it's egotistical to come in and say,
Yeah.
like, this is now my house. I'm taking it from you, and it's like,
Again,
oh,
heels being
I'm a
heels,
fucking
faces being faces.
AEW alumni right here in Brit. So
That's my problem with the all of it is like they should have based it strictly off Saraya working to come back from the injury. Because you can't boo that no matter what.
exactly.
And then you can have Britt attack that, like, oh, look at why did it take you so long? If it was me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways you could poke fun of it and poke holes in it to make the crowd turn on Britt. But if you sit there to an AEW, the most loyal, overly emotional, poop butt pussy fans,
Oh, shut the fuck up.
and try and tell their like homegrown, you know what I'm saying, like love of their lives queen, you have some WWE person come in and try and tell them that this is their house, they made it. Like, no, like I don't understand. Like they never stop bragging about stands.
I
like
think Paige was kind of screwed there because this whole like the phrase like this is my house really has been like her thing. So it's
Right,
kind
but
of
this ain't
hard.
your
It's
house.
kind of hard. Like she's like she should have just abandoned that phrase.
Yeah.
You know, Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson abandoned the yes chant. You know, maybe you could have earned the "this is my house"
After
know
you
what I
beat
mean?
her,
After
exactly.
you beat after you beat Britt. But yeah, coming in and just proclaiming it's yours now that you're here and you're technically cleared to wrestle was
It's just one more thing with Tony being tone deaf. Like now you're being like, we already know you're tone deaf and sometimes shit just goes over your head. But now you're tone deaf to your own damn crowd, your own damn
fans.
supporters.
Just getting blinded by the new WWE toy. I mean, I'm super
time.
stoked on Saraya. It was just that promo was definitely missed the mark.
I thought the promo was ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like because it just didn't make sense of going against Britt. Like, even though she's supposed to be the heel, even though we're supposed to hate her, that's not the case. That hasn't been the case in a long time.
Remove the identities of the two people and just give the context of the promo itself.
Right.
Having an outsider walk in and proclaim a company as their company to the person that's been there since day one and also had to grow and develop wasn't a big thing, had this huge growth that in context, like you would say the original is the good guy and this outsider is the bad guy. So yeah, this was a little weird. Moving on, Jade Cargill and Nyla. This is just essentially now a full gear preview show because I ran out of content. Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose going for the TBS champion. Nyla Rose's little story here. She stole Cargill's belt, has been parading it around. I think this is just a way to allow Cargill to have the win, to be fair, and allow that belt to like do something other than just sit in one spot the whole time. It's kind of like allowing her to look like she's regaining what's already hers.
You know what else you could do to kind of get some of that off?
What's that?
Have her fucking defend the belt.
That's true too.
Like I love her. Like she's my favorite women's wrestler right now. I mean, unless Shayna wrestles, which we never know when that's going to be. But Jade, like, have her wrestle. Then you can kind of get away from it being like a stagnant thing, and you're like, and I hope she power bombs Nyla or something, like, because what's the point of this match if she doesn't like overpower her? And like,
move, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, she has to have something like that, or like, what? Why are we doing this?
Well, she's gonna.
And I hate this. I hate the stealing the belt thing. It's the dumbest shit ever.
It is always like a weak. It is always like a silly thing, and then not to mention, she even looks like even more stupid with constantly attempting to get it back and failing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, my thing is too, like, you got two monsters. This could have been like built up like Omos and Strowman, like two monster fucking women, actual monster women.
They are like the biggest women in the whole division.
Yeah, like maybe in all of wrestling, honestly. If you really think about it, like there aren't two women I can think of that are bigger than both of them.
I think Jade and Charlotte are the same height. Jade's just way more cut and defined.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's not two
than
women like them on any roster. Like you could have did that. Like you could have made this up like Godzilla versus King Kong type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have to have a dumbass storyline attached to it to make it big and make it feel good for both of them. So like I said, it goes back to the overthinking shit. Like I think they just overthought this way too much, and I thought that they didn't really have a story, so they used the belt stealing shit to kind of dwell up one. Which, like I said, you had the story right there already in front of your face. They when the unmovable object makes the whatever the fuck, however the fuck you say it.
What is it now? Oh man, now I'm on the spot.
Immovable
No, the
object means the
immovable
irresistible
object meets
force.
the unstoppable force. Yeah,
Right.
or the
Well,
I
that's
think
it.
it's actually the vice versa. I think it's yeah.
Either way,
Either way.
y'all knew what I meant.
Either way.
You knew what I meant.
Yes, I did. This feud between Jade and Nyla, it's dumb because Nyla Rose has the same mentality like Braun Strowman. Yeah, pretty much. She is like this big dullard. Although, I really wish somehow we could get a blend of Nyla Rose's like Twitter persona on TV because Nyla is one of the most hilarious fucking people.
Oh, fire.
Oh my god.
Fire.
Dude. The fact like that we don't get that like on TV is a damn shame because Nyla is hilarious.
And that's what made me like her because I like
Yeah.
her in-ring persona is not bad. Like I think I started liking it a little bit more when she got with Vicky because Vicky kind of could talk for her, and we started seeing more of her personality. But her Twitter presence like made me actually give a shit, like look into like, and then actually watch her matches and see she's a really good wrestler.
Yep.
She's still working on the mic, but I'm glad they're giving her a shot. But like, yeah, like if we could see more of her being heard, it's kind of like the Roman deal. Like once Roman started being more himself, we fucking love him. Like, and I think that they could probably get that from Nyla as well. Cause yeah, it's two separate things. Like it's so ass her character. And then you go to Twitter and she's like, God damn, this bitch is crazy. I love it.
Best
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
follows you can have
Yes.
on Twitter is Nyla Rose's fucking handle, man. She's hilarious. You got Jericho versus Bryan Danielson versus Claudio versus Sammy Guevara for the Ring of Honor World Championship match. So the story here is that Jericho has said that he'll defend his belt against anybody. He says that he'll defend it against both Bryan and Danielson and Claudio. And he says Sammy can get in there because Sammy will help even the odds. And then when the time is right, Sammy will do what needs to be done. Essentially, like laying down for Chris.
Right.
Okay, so story-wise aside, this match will probably be fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's no problems about
This
it.
is going to be
match is
one
gonna
of the best, I think, blends of in-ring talent plus good old sports entertainment bliss.
Sammy
Like,
flying over, going through tables, 450s through tables. We're gonna get a little bit of everything.
I think this match is gonna be like it's gonna have a lot of variety to it.
Yeah.
The question is does Jericho, for one, let's just be honest. Jericho's Ring of Honor World Championship has been kind of flat at best. He doesn't really strike me like the Ring of Honor World Championship feels beneath Jericho. I'm not gonna lie. Jericho, although he's old and he'd be a tough sell for me to be world champ again, it feels like for him it'd be world champ or nothing. Like
Right.
that might just be me.
I don't mind it because that's what he came back to do, is to prop up the young people and shit. But it's like there's no young people in this match. I mean, I guess you can count Sammy, but
Well, that and he's the Ring of Honor champion, and it's a fatal 4-way, and it's all AEW guys.
right.
You know,
They shoulda never took it
Ring
off,
of Honor right now. But
right.
technically there is.
They should have never took it off Gresham, and that's what they should have been building up,
Yeah.
doing this, taking on the former champs and shit that in AEW to kind of give us a glimpse of who he really is. We'll give the crowd a glimpse of who he is and build that guy up to be your champ.
And then you know what, Tony? If you don't like Gresham, okay, use Bandito. You got Bandito. Like Bandito's fucking awesome. Bandito just beat goddamn Roosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this fucking.
And what's his name with the boys? I always forget his name.
Dalton Castle.
Yeah, Dalton Castle.
Oh
Fucking, I love
God,
him.
Dalton's amazing, man.
Old school, but like not at the same time, and just that flamboyant with the boys
Dude, I
coming
could
out, being in his
listen to
chair and
Dalton
shit.
promos all
Yes.
fucking day, dude. I mean, he's
Yes.
great. He's great in the ring, but I could listen to that dude's like vignettes and promos all goddamn day.
Facts. Like I fuck with him heavy.
Who do you think's winning this 4-way, by the way?
Probably Daniel Bryan.
Brian. Yeah, let's give it to Danielson, or Claudio. Give it to one of the Blackpool Combat Club guys.
I think this is gonna start up some shit with him, and that's why it's gonna
Exactly.
be Daniel. I think he's either gonna knock him the fuck out or do something heelish or whatever, and that's how he's gonna win.
Yeah. The Combat Club needs a fatal 4-way before it's all said and done. I want to see Moxley, Danielson, Claudio, and Yuta in a 4-way match.
See, this too emotional. Like I said, this was kind of like how Catchpoint was with Drew Gulak and everything. Like they would fight each other regularly for titles or opportunities of titles, but it wasn't no emotions in it. It was just like the spirit of competition. They shake hands, do the Catchpoint handshake after fucking every match and shit and everything. Like this is too emotional. Willem, you just like mad and shit like an ex-girlfriend at fucking Daniel Bryan. Like you chose her over me. Like get the fuck out of here, bro. Like it's too much emotion into it. Like it doesn't
Danielson being upset because he's been disrespected feels kind of beneath the character of Danielson.
Like, and I think the whole point of the Combat Club is to be in combat, but not be like emotional bitches about it. Like it's supposed to be the spirit of competition. Like that's to me, that's what I got from the club was.
I say, look, it might be too late, but I say, release Gulak from his contract in WWE and bring him on over and pair him up with these guys, dude. I know you would too. I would lose my shit if we could get a Danielson Gulak like tag team again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Lose
fuck out of here.
Stuff, man, if we could get those guys.
People really like, I know a lot of people think that this is just us trying to be like facetious and be funny, but like we really do like
we
Gulak.
Genuinely love Drew Gulak.
And if you motherfuckers really could see, like, please go back and watch some Evolve stuff, Catchpoint shit, Evolve shit. Gulak versus Tracy Hot Sauce Williams. Gulak versus Matt Riddle. Like, please go back and watch some of these matches and see that he is not fucking around, bro.
Gulak's, and then not to mention on the opposite side, dude, his character work is fantastic. I'm not a fan of the, I'm not a fan of the PowerPoint presentations.
Right.
But
That shit was whack.
Watching him and Bryan Danielson do like squats together and work out together, it was oddly, dude. They would do mundane shit and it would somehow be hilarious. Like, it's so good.
I'm telling you, go back and watch. He's a mean fucker too. Like Ethan Page is like, he's fucking evil, like legitimately evil.
Yeah,
like please go and watch Evolve stuff. If you don't believe me, and see how good Gulak could be if he wasn't. I don't even know what. Like, and the worst part is like they won't release him or anything. Like all the people they've got rid of and released and like set fucking free, he's still in the back. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. Like what? Like why have they not released him?
Dude, because they fucking know already. They know what they have. That's the only
thing I can think of.
They know what they have, and they don't want us to have it over here at AEW.
Like, think about it. Braun, Bray, all these fucking people have been released. Gulak still got his job. Like,
they thought we were playing with our love for Gulak, bro. They thought we were playing around.
No, this is not a joke. Like, I love, like, me and my daughter do the Catchpoint handshake to this day. We've been doing it since she was 2 years old. We still do the Catchpoint handshake when we see each other. Like, I love fucking Gulak. Like, I love Matt Riddle. Like, I love them. Fred Yehey, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, Chris Dickinson. Like, I love these. I love Catchpoint. Still to this day.
You know what? This is a good time as any. If you're listening to the audio version of this, leave us a 5-star review on iCloud or Apple Podcast. And in that review, sign off with hashtag push Gulak. All right, please. Like that should be our thing. Hashtag push Gulak.
We should start this campaign ASAP.
I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. All right, we got to move on. As much as we love talking about Gulak, I have some chili cheese sausage dogs cooking, and I'm sure it's about time to get done. So let's keep this train rolling on full gear. Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, bro. Okay, I'm going to finally crack and say I'm really sick of the interim title. Look, I defended there being an interim belt. At this point, Thunder Rosa is so radio silent, and it doesn't feel like she's coming back anytime soon unless you're doing something big at Full Gear. Dude, just coin Tony Storm the champ and then have her lose to Jamie Hayter, because Jamie Hayter is clearly on the fucking rise right now in the women's division. Probably has some of the biggest momentum in crowd swell. Out of everybody except for maybe Paige.
Right.
Dude,
y'all know I've been a Tony Storm stan for fucking years, but like she's stale. Like I don't
know what
believe
it is, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I don't
it
like.
is.
It's not. Like, I don't know if she just lost that mojo from WWE, but like, I don't believe her. Like, Jamie Hayter's raw. Like, her power, everything. Like, I wouldn't mind to see her versus Jade for real. Like, when this is all said and done, or maybe if she loses, go in that direction.
Do you think this is a case of Toni Storm is great when given good material, but maybe struggles to come up with stuff on her own? Because we've heard that AEW likes to let their wrestlers have a lot of freedom, but at the end of the day, wrestlers are wrestlers and writers are writers. Mm-hmm. And although some wrestlers are very creative, like Bray Wyatt, maybe Toni Storm needs a talented writer behind her, because she does have this what feels like untapped potential that AEW is failing to capitalize on. They're trying. I mean, they're doing. She's coming out. I mean, she's their women's champion, but it falls a little flat with her, and I don't know if that's if that's felt by everybody or just us.
It's definitely felt by me. I mean, like I said, y'all know if you listen to the show, you know I'm a Toni Storm stan, and like I just don't feel it. Like I don't feel her promos, even her entrance. Like when she used to come out at the top of the rim, put those glasses down. Like now she just comes out like sprinting every time, like no gear, like no jacket or nothing, just sprinting down, holding the belt up and shit, trying to be all serious. Like I don't know, like it just doesn't feel like.
Plus, because they only got 90 seconds to get the shit.
Right, but I'm just saying, like it just doesn't feel like Toni Storm to me. Like it feels like Toni Storm trying to be AEW Toni Storm. You know what I'm saying?
It is a little weird. It's missing the mark for me too. I think Tony's going to retain because I believe that obviously they want to do Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa to unify the belt again. Although I say, dude, like you've already missed out once before not tapping into the fans and waiting too long. I'm talking about with Thunder Rosa's push. I said, don't do that with Jamie Hayter. Right now is a good as time as any. Pull the trigger with Hayter. Worst case scenario, they can hot potato the belt back and forth.
Right.
But definitely give people the pop for that Hayter win because, like she is definitely on the come up. The AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament final. Dude, this is a bunch of fucking mid-card.
Nonsense.
Dude, nonsense as hell. But you got Ethan Page or Bandito taking on To Be Determined.
That match is gonna be fire though.
Yeah, it'll be a great match. Whoever ends up being. I don't even have the bracket. Do we have the bracket? Can we look at the bracket really quick? Let's take a look here. Let me just see if I can pull this off in less than 30 seconds. If not, we'll just move on to the next match because I'm not that invested in it. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull up the bracket here on the web. All right, here we go. I got it in front of me on our end. So Ethan Page has won. He is taking on Bandito. And then we have Dante Martin just lost to Brian Cage. So it'll be the winner between Brian Cage and the winner of Ricky Starks and Lance Archer. Who do you think is going to win that?
Probably Lance Archer.
You think Lance, really?
I would hope not, but I don't know. I just got a feeling it's probably going to be Lance.
I miss him throwing people through the ceiling, man. I'm not going to lie.
And then him versus Brian Cage, so you got that giant matchup, and then I'd say Cage.
Because Starks and Cage don't have any heat between them.
No.
And it'd be weird to pull in, like, tap into, like, the, avoid at all. Never mind, thinking about it. Avoid Starks and Cage, because they were the void of chemistry between each other. Starks would murder Cage on the mic, and then, never mind. Okay, I agree with you. Lance Archer, Brian Cage.
Lance Archer, Brian Cage, and Brian Cage beats Lance Archer, and then I'm going to go Rush versus Brian Cage.
Well, no, Rush is out. It's the winner of Ethan Page and Bandito.
Oh, that's what I meant. Bandito versus Brian Cage. And then we get to see some flippity flip shit.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Heard it here first, folks. Yeah, that's it. There's not really much to say. It's going to be a great match. And then whoever wins, most likely Bandito.
I think Ethan Page and Bandito's going to be fire too, for real.
Yeah, that's this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's this Wednesday. But yeah, dude, I bet you beat Ethan. At this point, looking at the bracket, I bet it's Bandito. I think.
Yeah, I don't see how
Tony Khan's super high on the signing of Bandito. Yeah. Dude, is that you?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dude,
Oh, that's that.
silence your damn notifications. All right.
I don't usually get any this late, but as one of the group chats blowing up.
Silence your goddamn notifications. All right, dude. The Acclaimed. Oh, look at the Acclaimed. Well, this isn't really a guarantee that they're the second to last match, but wouldn't surprise me. The Acclaimed taking on, with Billy Gunn taking on Swerve in Our Glory. You think this is where Keith Lee officially turns heel?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think he's turning heel. I think this is officially when they just break up. And
So you
Swerve
think
attacks
this is
him
the
afterwards.
split?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you split them, then you have a feud between them, and that can take up another couple months.
Yep.
And then that'll buy you some time to figure out what you want to do with Keith Lee and Swerve. Gun to head, who do you push, Lee or Swerve?
Swerve.
Really?
He just feels more right, more correct in AEW than Keith Lee does.
Damn, yeah.
Like I think, like for some reason, I don't think they get him or get how to push him. If that makes sense, like it just feels off. Lee. Yeah,
he does feel like another guy where it feels a little flat on the mic.
Right.
He's great, his backstage segments, but it feels like he also was peaking like in NXT. Like NXT was really tapping into getting the crowd behind Keith Lee.
And that's my thing is like they actually have the wrestlers to put Keith Lee over.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bunch of guys that can fly. Like him versus Brian Cage could probably be just as good as him versus Dijakovic. I mean, especially with them flipping and shit and picking each other up. Like they have different ways to get him where he needs to be, but it's just like I don't know if they just I just feel like they don't get it.
You know what would do it, right? You know what would do it? Keith Lee turns heel, right? He turns heel. Him and Swerve turn heel, and or Swerve's already heel, but they're heel, whatever. They do their thing. They probably lose. They're licking their wounds. They're still considering breaking up, right? Well, who should return other than Adam Cole, baby? He returns. He's walking down the ramp. Huge crowd ovation. The moment he gets to the bottom of the ramp, instantly pounced into the fucking crowd. Heel Keith Lee pounces babyface Adam Cole.
I don't think that would be heel Keith Lee. I think that would be his babyface kid rocking
point. we just recreate the famous pounce.
Yeah.
I think that instantly
that's just
gets
rent free in my head. Coming into the weekend like pounce.
Oh my god. That's great. Yeah. The Acclaimed, easy win for them, by the way. Yeah.
Easy.
No joke. And then John Moxley, MJF, world title match right here. What you thinking, man? What do you think's gonna happen? Is MJF playing us, or is this what the other theory is? And it's William Regal is gonna turn on Mox.
I thought it was the William Regal thing, but I think that's too fucking obvious. I think it's MJF playing us. Because
there's no way MJF is the babyface he's being perceived as.
Right. They can't. He does this every feud he's had the last couple of times has been like this, him pretending to be a face and then swerving us at the pay-per-view. It's like dumb as fuck.
We keep on buying it, right?
Yeah, like it's that. I hate myself for buying this shit. And that's, I mean, like I said, it's. I hope it's not the Regal shit because like it's otherwise like, what was the point of the Blackpool?
I think him and Regal would be fire though. It's just,
but again, it's another person that doesn't need a mic.
That would be the thing, though. Is it would kind of like clip Regal's wings a bit because he would be more just like
because he doesn't even talk for Brian and them now, really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he does commentary. That's what he does. Is he hops on commentary during their matches, and that's what we get. But yeah, essentially Regal would be like I hate to say it, but he'd be like eye candy for. But dude, think of the posters. Think of the fucking T-shirts. Regal standing behind MJF. I think. It would work. It would definitely work.
Yeah.
I think it makes for the better story. I think, personally speaking, it makes for the better story. Other than MJF just had. Why he had his own. people powerbomb him through a table just so he could get a little bit of sympathy before he goes into the match. Like, what advantage does he
all
get?
that shit made no sense.
Yeah.
Again, another heel turn for no reason.
Yeah.
And it didn't do anything for the firm.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
Well, I think what it was is MJF realized like the firm is like a black hole of crowd interest, you know, or it's a void. Excuse me, it's a void of crowd interest. So MJF was like, yeah, I can't be seen with you guys. Like I'm not lowering myself.
I'm gonna be honest. Everybody they picked to be in a faction were all shitty choices to me, including FTR. Like, and not because I don't like FTRs, because like it just didn't make any fucking sense. Like FTR or the 10 guy, like all these bums, like not saying FTR is bums, but I mean like they were like beloved and still are.
And one of the best factions ain't together anymore, and that was the Inner Circle.
Right.
Yeah, Inner
that
Circle
was the best faction out of all of them.
It's just it's a shame that Santana was just like, you know, it's honestly Pride and Powerful should have won the tag belts. I agree, Santana should
long time ago, right?
Yeah. But I look at my Inner Circle shirt almost every day that I decide like what stupid T-shirt to wear, and I'm like, I'm really bummed. I mean, I could still wear it, but
right,
like, I hate
no,
that
it was
it's
the
not a
best
thing.
faction because like it made sense because it didn't make sense.
Yeah, and then using I just heard like footsteps. I was like, oh god. Using what the fuck is his name? God damn it! Why do I always space? Oh Jesus! Why can I not Jack Swagger? Like, what the fuck is Jack Swagger's name?
Oh, shit! Now I can't think of.
Why can't I think of Jack Swagger?
Jake Hager.
Jake Hager. Jesus Christ, dude! My brain just fried. Y'all heard
another one grossly underused.
Yeah, dude. Him being the silent funny guy was hilarious to me. I ain't gonna lie. Just looking tough, just sitting back looking tough, not talking was one of the best things for him.
Facts.
Dude, Full Gear's gonna deliver though. Like reading that card again just says alone.
But that's not
This card is gonna be amazing.
This is this is what I hate about AEW is that we do end up giving them a pass because yes, the card's fucking fire. It's probably gonna be 2 or 3 fucking 5-star fire matches on it. But again, it's like no story, nothing makes sense. I know we're gonna get some dumbass run-in action for no reason. Somebody's gonna turn heel.
Dude,
like it's just gonna be like
it's sex without the foreplay, bro. Like you're still having sex. And yeah, you got to have sex, but you didn't really have all the fun leading into it. You know
right?
What I mean?
Like it's just like, and then we're gonna give them a pass on it because if we have to, because it's AEW, and that's the part that just pisses me off.
I'm not giving him a pass. I just acknowledge.
No, I'm just saying like
it'll be.
I'm saying like the internet in general is gonna give them a pass on it when like.
Well,
they could be so much more. They
don't deserve hate.
Yes, they do.
Like,
yes, they do
better.
deserve hate.
Better, man.
They deserve hate now. Like they've been long enough, and not like fucking like burn it down. Like never gonna watch it. I hate this, but I mean like we should be able to criticize them without having people crying and fucking having 25 bullshit retweets about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we should all be able to agree that some of their
they're
shit
not tapping into the full potential of what they
right.
could be
That
doing.
and they have so many good wrestlers and that they can make stuff happen with, but they, for some reason or another, the booking is just ass. Not the matches, not the wrestlers themselves, but the storylines and the gimmicks of these wrestlers has been terrible.
Yeah. No, man, I agree with you. We're just at different levels of outrage about it, but I nothing you're saying is wrong. But I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I think we've had a fun time. It's rolling up on 9:00 Eastern time.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and start on Raw. Gonna check Raw out tonight. RN, y'all selling monkeys yet? What's going on with these fucking monkeys?
We're working on the monkeys.
You're not gonna get these monkeys. You're not.
I'm telling you that this has been a dream of me and my brother since
You're
we
not
saw the
getting no
movie.
Damn monkeys.
Since we saw the movie Monkey Trouble in the early 90s, we always said we were gonna get monkeys. Like you think I'm not joking? Like we talk about this, like all this selling dog semen and puppies and shit and all the shit we do. The end game is monkeys.
You're not getting no fucking monkeys, RN. Listen,
I can't wait to the first fucking rewind I get to do, and I'm like, come here, AJ, because I'm naming him Aaron Jr. Oh my mother, God rest her soul. She's gonna turn in her grave, but I'm getting a monkey and I'm naming him Aaron Jr.
Dude, yeah, she will turn in her grave, man. Oh, dude, I can't fucking wait. It's
gonna happen.
How's yeah? Go ahead and plug Route 4 Kettles, man.
We actually got a whole litter on the ground. I just posted some picture. I posted a picture on
Oh, yeah.
we got 6 pups available looking for new homes. Perfect Christmas
Beautiful
gifts, so.
picture, by the way.
Yeah, that's my kid's mom. She took those pictures, so she actually did a really good, and she's whelping the litter too. So we brought her into the family business because my son abandoned it. So she's getting his cut of the business. So, but no, message me on Route 4 Kennels if you're looking for a pup. We can hand deliver depending on how far away you are. My dad just bought a RV, so we're definitely gonna be hitting the road, dropping some puppies off, dropping some semen off.
Jesus Christ, yeah, man. Follow us on Twitter, myself at the Kai Tai Show, RN at Mr. 8984. If you've been watching the video version of this, Alison and Will and Ted's handles have also been scrolling by, and I also just realized I left up a question from an older show. It has something to do with CM Punk. Fucking hell, I'm so unprepared. Yeah, follow us at SmackDown Pod. Holler at me at all those places. We'll catch you next week. Oh, also, special announcement. We got to definitely hit up Will and Allison and convince them that Saturday following Thanksgiving, so a week from this Saturday, they will be in North Carolina. Holler at these people that we do a live in-person show, a collab of the Rewind and Botch Spotch at Casa de Tyson. That's right. They're literally going to be an hour from my house.
Send me your address. I'm going to talk to Adam. I think we might have to pull a road trip.
I'm going to be so insulted if they're going to be that close and they don't swing by and we don't do like a live show together in person. So yeah, holler at them on Twitter and tell them that you want to see the whole Smacked Raw crew minus Ted hang out and do a show together because it'll be fun. It'll be fun for us all to do in person. But that's gonna do it for tonight, man. Thank you guys for listening. Sincerely, you guys. You guys have been listening to me and RN just cut up and act like we know what we've been talking about for years now. We really appreciate it, man. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. And, of course, until next time, y'all have a good one.
Peace out. See you Sunday or Monday, maybe.
Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and there will be. And you're listening to the Raw Podcast. Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw Podcast.